Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Boardsy, and in this video we're going to be comparing the Zowie GSRSE to the Artisan Zero, and these are two of the most popular control pads. I'm really surprised this video has not been already made, but I just feel like way too many people are still buying GSRSEs. First I want to talk about the GSRSE is not even being produced anymore. You have to buy it aftermarket, and it can cost anywhere from like fucking $45 all the way up to 100. And if you are paying $100 for a GSRC, I really can't stress this enough. You are retarded. And there's a statistic I am about to bring up. It is glide cost per year. This statistic, it involves how much it costs in terms of United States dollars to maintain the day one feel of your mouse pad per year. I feel like it's very simple to understand, very efficient statistic. And with the GSRC, let's say it costs $45. Let's go with that. And let's say the pad lasts 4 months. That is pretty generous, but let's say 4 months. That's three a year. 45 times three, $135 a year for the Zowie GSRSE. Is that really worth it to you? If the answer is yes, you are fucking insane. And now we have the Artisan Zero. Many people may not be familiar, but this is a Japanese mousepad. Artisan, very based company. You might be wondering, why are you bringing up the fact that it's Japanese? So in Asia, it is very humid. So these pads are made to withstand humidity. The Zowie GSRSE is not made to withstand humidity. Rather, it actually gets fucked by humidity. It's disgusting. If you live in a humid environment, the pad will feel so muddy, the static friction will feel so high, and basically just like tracking, it's impossible because the pad just feels like fucking dirt half of the time. It's truly a muddy mess. Mine, I haven't used it as much in the 6 months, so it hasn't worn down as much as like a person who mains it would, but it is still significantly slower than it was day one. And the pad has a good bit of stopping power to it, but it's just so slow. And depending on the day and the temperature, it might just feel fucking muddy. But aside from that, it's a solid pad, high quality. It's not stitched, but the edges like don't fray badly. The base is nice. The pad, it's like a good size. I understand why it's popular, but it's really just not worth the money when you have shit like the Zero on the market that costs like $65 shipped to the US, and it will last you well over a year. I've had mine since June, I believe, and it still feels exactly the same as it did day one. And you might think it's a bit fast, but I can assure you it is a control pad. It has a ton of stopping power. I have the Zero soft, by the way, so the foam density definitely a bit like squishier than the GSRSE. And now I'm just going to do a lighter test to show off the density. As you can see, the lighter barely getting into the surface. This pad is not very soft. It's not very plushy, I guess would be the word. And then we have the Artisan Zero here in soft, and you are going to see that the lighter goes deep into the mouse pad if you press hard enough. This is only a 3 millimeter thick pad, and the fucking lighter's like getting all the way down there. It's a bit more squishy, which in my opinion makes it a bit more comfortable. And if you do press a bit into your mouse, it will slow the glide down a bit, once again assisting you, giving you a bit more stopping power. I would say the initial friction on this pad is lower than the GSRC, regardless of the day, regardless of the temperature. Just out of the box, the static friction is low, and it stays like that. And I feel like that's a universally good thing. I don't think anybody's fucking looking for high static friction in a mouse pad. But yeah, I guess it does really come down to what you want in a mouse pad. Do you want a durable, consistent mouse surface that feels like you're being kissed by gods every time you swipe your mouse around? Or do you want a Zowie GSRSE? It's a question you're going to have to answer yourself. I can't answer it for you, but personally, I prefer the former. And honestly, like, just I was using a GSRC for like 2 hours before I started recording. I was fucking miserable. It literally felt slower, like as I kept playing. I was starting to think it was a problem with my mouse feed. I was like, there's no way the mouse pad could be this bad. But I guess it is really humid in New York and pretty fucking hot, so it makes sense. But yeah, like the GSRC literally feels better when your room is cold. Your mousepad should not be affected by that. Just speaking from the heart, 100 emoji. But if you're confused about how to order an Artisan pad, I've made a website tutorial before. I'll put that in a fucking Phew, perfect. But yeah, in conclusion, once again, if you have not tried Artisan mouse pads yet and you are a user of mouse pads, you're simply doing yourself an injustice, and I can only try to help so many times. But yeah, once again, I mean, it just outclasses the GSRSE in every category. The GSRSE out of the box, yeah, it feels fucking sick, but it's just the fact that it will not feel like that consistently that is a major issue. And anybody who says otherwise about the GSRC says it like is durable is a fucking silly goose. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. Not much more to say about the topic. Artisan reigns supreme once again. Peace.